with Lars Kuhner. He will be first off the dock, followed by Brett Ellis, Bodie Bolfer, Harley Costa, Samuel McKenzie, Samuel Jaramillo, Giovanni Bloyer, Jacob Nelson, Ioannis Konstantinos, Ivan Zeletsov from Ukraine, Bautista Humada from Argentina, and our final skier off the dock will be Mykhailichenko, also from Ukraine. Okay, so this is Mykhailichenko, our final skier to go today in the boys' finals. And the event, the boys' tricking final, coming to us out of Dnipro in Ukraine. All right then, crunch time, final person. This is for the title. This is Mykhailichenko, coming to us from Ukraine. Being driven into the course by Mario Pagozzi. Here we go. A skier that will be a feature in all three events in the finals. The first of them being tricks. Look at that, toe 5 front, toe out, toe straight back in, toe wake line, toe wake line. Look at that, toe wake line back to back, toe wake line back to back. Does he have anything more? Does not do the toe wake line 5 back and just throws some toe sides at the end, just for good measure. No harm, no foul at the end. I reckon that by the time he got to that point, it would have been 20 seconds and closer to expiration anyway. So fantastic effort there, all the way through. Still waiting on that score from Ivan Zeletsov and indeed Bautista Humada. And certainly some folks here very, very open with their applause and appreciation for Bautista Humada around the shoreline as we see Mykhailichenko launch his assault to a world championship title in the U17 World Water Ski Championships right here in the middle of the province of Cordoba in the Republic of Argentina. Yes, indeed, some great performances. Over 30 personal bests have been recorded in this event. And they certainly had plenty of assistance courtesy of the response TX side. Okay, a confirmed podium for this skier. It is going to be Bautista Humada. We got his score of 82.30. Now, the reason why we've gotten Bautista Humada's score before we got Ivan Zeletsov's score, I believe that because Ivan Zeletsov's score is over 10... Oh, look at this. It's 95.40. 95.40. I was expecting that to be very close to 10,000. I wasn't too far wrong, but it was about a 460 point hole less than 10K. But what it does mean, though, that Ivan Zeletsov currently has the lead. Bautista Humada has a spot on the podium as well. We're at worst third. Ivan Zeletsov, he is currently in the lead with 95.60. He can finish no worse than second. We'll plug that number in so far as Ivan Zeletsov is concerned, so far as the overall competition is concerned, because it is a huge point differential compared to where he was yesterday. It was 82.70 yesterday. It's 95.40 today. And Ivan Zaletsov has moved himself into 3rd place overall. Here comes Mykhailichenko going from one trick to the next. There we go. Look at him go. Boom. Hits this one. Flip twist to the back. Flip twist to the front. What has he got left? Ski line O. Does he have anything more? Ski line back to back. Does he have anything? Ski line 5 back. There he goes. And he nails the run. And the first person that celebrates is his compatriot, Ivan Zaletsov. The Ukrainians are on fire. Fantastic effort there all the way throughout. And there we go. Mykhailichenko coming into the dock. Has he done enough? Has he done enough? There we go, Ivan Zaletsov, first to congratulate him in the water. There's such a close-knit team. And anything that they celebrate on a personal level is shared between the others as well. Mykhailichenko just doing what Mykhailichenko does. On top of the rather convoluted name that's taken me a good while to actually pronounce properly, but there you go. There you go, Mykhailichenko. Fantastic effort there. Beautifully executed flips from one side to the next. Flip twister back to front. Then he slows the boat right down for the ski line O, slips the ski out to the back, ski line back to back, and then goes forward. And then from there, he just winds it on once again for the ski line 5 back, takes it all the way down. And there you go. The celebration start early. It's Mykhailichenko. And if this score is anything more than 95-40, then you're going to see provisionally a new world champion in the form of Mykhailichenko. And as it stands right now, Ivan Zaletsov is still in the lead with his score of 95-60. So at the very worst, Ivan Zaletsov is in no worse than second.
Despite today is not that sunny, still great finals, I think. Thank you, everybody.
Felicitaciones para los chicos de Ucrania, gran esfuerzo por haber llegado hasta acá, entrenando en Brasil y luego también aquí en el lago de Villa Dolores, unos amigos de la casa.
Hard to imagine two more well-deserving individuals. So fantastic. We're going to get the point score for Mykhailichenko. There's only one score remaining, and that is his. Mykhailichenko, so far as overall is concerned, he might just have put that championship to sleep. He's already on 29.14.89. That puts him ahead of Ioannis Kosafanos with 27.78. A move creeping up a little bit closer was Ivan Zaletsov with his score of 95.40, in excess of what he done yesterday. That gives him an overall point score of 26.75. So there's about a 103 point differential between second and third place overall. So just waiting on that point score, and it is by no means official when we get it, because there is that 30-minute review period that exists at the end of the tricks event, so that the skiers and entourage can inspect the trick sheets and see if there are any discrepancies and address them right there within that time period. Of course, a world championship, an event at this level, also carries a huge responsibility so far as making sure that these performances and this championship is conducted under fair conditions from a physical perspective. So that is also taken into account as well while when the skiers come off the water and they get selected for you know what. So there we go. Mykhailichenko just looking at the performance. He's watching a replay from the TWBC to determine whether he has done enough. He's just trying to arm himself with the knowledge that there are certain tricks that he knows that he did correctly. There are some that might have slipped out of his grasp, so that when the trick sheets come along, if there are any discrepancies in that vein, then he will have the answers so far as his perspective is concerned. So, this is just absolutely excruciating waiting this long to find out the point. And not only are they looking at the instant replay, but they are also just refreshing the IWWF scoring system page to see if they can at least get the earliest indication possible that I'm sure that result service page is getting pinged like nothing you've ever seen. All right, he has the indication. He knows that that we're pushing the score. And that score is 10,120, ladies and gentlemen, provisionally. Your new World U17 Boys Tricking Champion, Mykhailichenko. Bautista Archimada in third, Ivan Zeletsov in second, and your new provisional world champion with 10,120 points is Mykhailichenko. Fantastic skiing there. 10,120, the only score that we've seen in this competition that has been over 10K. That puts him, that doesn't alter the amount of overall points that he has because he already has 1,000 points going into this tricking final. But what it does is it opens up the gap in the overall to almost an unassailable margin. So with that in mind, the men's tricks leaderboard, Mykhailichenko with 10,120, Ivan Zeletsov with 9,540, so a big 1-2 there for the Ukrainians. Bautista Archimada rounds off the podium positions in third with 8,230. And Ioannis Kosothanos in fourth place with 8,000 points. The top five is rounded off with Samuel Jaramillo with 6,850. And you can check out the remaining scores on this list as we see Bloyer, Nelson, Costa, Mackenzie, Ellis, Kuna, and Bolfer rounding off the names on that trick result list. Bear in mind, folks, this is unofficial. This is unofficial, and we will make it official as soon as we can past the 30-minute review period. All right, we're going to go into the prize giving as soon as we know for absolute certain what the point scores were, not only in this event but also in the girls' competition. This is Tony Lightfoot here at the U17 World Water Ski Championships. Glad to have the pleasure of your company once again. Prize giving coming up soon. You are watching live and continuing coverage of this event, the U17 World Water Ski Championships, coming to you live from the Republic of Argentina. And when we come back, we will have the prize giving next. Okay, and also... absolutely. And also I'd like to call upon Rodrigo Archimada, the secretary of the club Archimada, to make his way down to the steps, because he will be presenting the medals.
Okay.
So if he is around, make your way. Looks like we got all three of our skiers accounted for. That's good.
En un ratito nomás vamos a comenzar con otro de los momentos más esperados. Vamos a hacer un sunset aquí en este entorno maravilloso que es el lago, para que podamos
Medals. Sí.
Escuchar música. Vamos a tener la presencia de dos DJs
aquí que nos van a dar la mejor atmósfera para poder disfrutar y relajarnos en un ratito nomás.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome them on stage, please give a big cheer to our medal recipients in the boys trekking competition.
Que se siente el aplauso.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the medals in this instance is the secretary of Club Archimada, Rodrigo Archimada. Ladies and gentlemen, present...
Rodrigo Archimada le va a dar la medalla a Bautista. Vamos a invitarlos a subir al podio. Bautista Ahumada.
Bronze medalist, third place, Bautista Archimada. And now, ladies and gentlemen, presented to you, second place, silver medalist from Ukraine, Ivan Zeletsov.
Y el primer lugar, la medalla de oro, goes to...
Ladies and gentlemen, winner, gold medalist and World Boys Tricking Championship with a new personal best of over 10,000 points. He is from Ukraine and he is Mykhailichenko. The souvenirs are presented by Gabriela Musavin. And the flowers are presented by Ambar Besso.
Los recordatorios los entrega la señora Gabriela Musavin del comité organizador del Mundial Sub-17 destinado por la Argentina y las flores, Ambar Besso.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you can, please remain standing. Remove any headwear that you have. And please, ladies and gentlemen, let's play the national anthem of Ukraine.
Vamos a entonar ahora las estrofas del himno nacional ucraniano.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, presented to you the medalists. Gold, third place, bronze medalist, Bautista Ahumada, Argentina.
Medalla de bronce para Bautista Ahumada, tercer puesto, Argentina.
Second place and silver medalist. Let's give it up one more time for Ukraine's Ivan Zeletsov. And ladies and gentlemen, presented to you your world champion once again, also from Ukraine, Mykhailichenko. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes. Ladies and gentlemen, the future of trick skiing, right there in front of your eyes.
Damas y caballeros, el futuro del esquí del deporte ante tus ojos.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the award presentations for the Tricks event. We still got 2 more events tomorrow. We've got the slalom event. We've got the jump event. Ladies and gentlemen, we start that off at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, on the behalf of everyone here, everyone that has a vested interest in making these championships the very best that they can be, my name is Tony Lightfoot, and until tomorrow morning, it's ciao for now!